Week 2 of the Cleveland Browns OTA practices are officially underway. And with that being said, we have some more news, notes, highlights, observations to talk about in this video. Now, before we jump into that, I do want to give a big shout out to all of the Browns media team, Fred Greetham, Mary Kay Cabot, Chris Easterling, and so many more out there that actually take the time, take these videos, post them on Twitter for us to commentate over, break down, and give you some updates, but showing you the film as well. So go give them a follow on Twitter just so you guys can, get these highlights real time while they're happening on the practice field. Make sure you guys go subscribe to them really quickly, but also comment down below in the comments, who do you think on this team could break out here for the Cleveland Browns? Whether it be a rookie, a second-year player, a veteran, someone they just brought over from a trade or signing this offseason. Let me know in the comments down below who you think could have a massive season for Cleveland this year. For me, I'm going to go out and say Elijah Moore. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, well, why? They just brought in Jerry Jeudy. They have Cedric Tillman, David Bell, and also Amari Cooper. I just think another year with Deshaun Watson, another offseason with Deshaun Watson is really going to help Elijah Moore get it going and turn things around. I think he had a career year last year, and I think he can do it again this year. And now that they have Jerry Jeudy and Amari Cooper, there's going to be a lot of one-on-one matchups, and I think that alone is going to be able to help Elijah Moore, a good route runner, get open down the field a lot more. So let me know what you guys think, who you think could break out this season here for the Cleveland Browns. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. Now, today was a very interesting practice because a couple of things, right? Elijah Moore has just started to attend practices over the past few weeks. A lot of young guys got the opportunity to make plays. Jamari Thrash, Cedric Tillman, David Bell, Michael Woods, Jalen Darden, right? Over the past couple of days here, those have been the guys running a lot with the ones because Amari Cooper and Elijah Moore weren't there. But now that Elijah Moore is here, he's getting a lot of work. He's putting in a lot of time and effort to start to build chemistry with Deshaun Watson. Now, it's just something you really want to see. Also, another reason this is a big practice is because this is the first practice for Deshaun Watson that is open to the media, right? In the first practice that he is throwing the ball. Now, we're still seeing him ease into it, take it a little bit slowly here, strictly because of the fact that when they go into, sped up team circuits like this 11-on-11 and 7-on-7s, he does throw, but when they want to go no huddle or something like that and really pick up the pace, that's when they, let Jameis Winston rotate in and take the majority of those reps. But when they're going slowly and just taking it play by play, that's when Deshaun Watson's getting most of the work. Now, just because he's sitting out some plays and watching, Jameis Winston throw at the first team, that doesn't mean he's not getting mental reps. He's sitting behind, Winston, and he's, going through the progressions, looking where's he going to throw the ball in and whatnot. So even though he's not fully here practicing full time, he is taking in the motions and going through the things that he should be going through, taking those mental notes, right? So that is a big thing that we need to take a look at going forward. But another reason I think Elijah Moore is going to be a huge part of the Browns offense this season, even because they added Jerry Jeudy with Amari Cooper, is because they run a lot of 3 and 4 wide receiver sets. And, when you even talk to, Kevin Stefanski, he said, listen, just look at the numbers. He had a career year, and I think that was for a reason. I really feel strongly about him, the player. As you know, when you're moving different quarterbacks in there, that can affect it. And obviously, Watson missing time last year, Joe Flacco getting in there, Dorian Thompson-Robinson getting in there. Obviously, it's tough to, build all of the, acclimate to all of these different quarterbacks. So I believe that if Watson can stay healthy and we just take a look at, where he is from as a player standpoint, he has so much value and so much ability to break out this season. Now, before we get any further into the video, guys, do me a big favor, hit that like button just so we can get this video out to more Browns fans around the world, but also subscribe if you're new. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Browns throughout the entirety of the offseason. Not only OTAs, but mandatory minicamp next week, preseason, training camp, regular season, right? We're going to be breaking down film every time we get a chance. So make sure you guys join the family. Again, it's free, doesn't cost anything, and it does not hurt at all to subscribe and turn on post notifications. Now, let's get back into the video. Now, another guy who's been heavily involved with team is a former head coach in Mike Rabel. Obviously, a former player also for the New England Patriots, but a guy who came into the league as a coach and made some strides early, but definitely took a back step once Ryan Tannehill and obviously AJ Brown started to or leave, right? AJ Brown got traded, then they took a major step back, and now they lost Derrick Henry. Ryan Tannehill's not there. They go on rookie. So obviously they took a big step back. They ended up letting him go, and now he's here working as a consultant with the Cleveland Browns, and he's been doing a lot of work with the special teams. So you bring in a guy that has former head coach knowledge from just last season, but has the opportunity here to be a consultant with the team. I feel like, in my opinion, that's an absolute steal. Just in the standpoint of the knowledge that he can bring already. So I'm definitely excited to see what he can do. He's working a lot with the special teams and working as a defensive consultant as well. So he's giving a lot of different insight, alongside the players and the coaches around him as well. So that's another big time thing that I've noticed here, over the last couple of days of practice. And then you look at some of the guys that they have in Nathaniel Watson in the linebacker room. He looks like he's really progressing really well. I'm interested to see if he can maybe not win a starting job, but be that next man up, right? You need someone that can come off the bench and give you a spot start here and there. And I think Nathaniel Watson has proven to be potentially that guy right away. And one of my favorite things about this Browns team throughout the offseason so far is just looking at how hard they are working. Last year, they were one of the best defenses in football, and they continue to show why they're going to do that again, right? Not only because the talent you have in Zadarius Smith and Dalvin Tomlinson, Shelby Harris, Myles Garrett, the Siaki Ikas, the Mike Halls, the Maurice Hursts, right? But the actual ability to go in here and get better every single day, have the mindset of, listen, I need to do this, and that to get better from yesterday to today. And they're doing that almost every single practice. They're doing the little things. If they miss a rep, they get back and do it again, right? They don't just be like, all right, well, I'll fix it next time, right? No, they get right back up. They fix it right away. And that's the mentality you want to see, right? And you also bring a guy like Devin Bush who, has a chip on his shoulder, maybe not the player they thought he would be coming out of the draft a couple years ago to Pittsburgh, but a guy who is very, very speedy, very fast, can cover sideline to sideline. I think this is a guy who fits perfectly in with JOK and can learn from Jordan Hicks as well. And then you look at the secondary, who's just massively deep, right? Denzel Ward, Grant Delpit, Juan Thornhill, Martin Emerson, Greg Newsome. There's been a lot of chatter about maybe trading one of those guys, but no, they're back. They're going to run it back, and this is just such a deep team. So I'm looking forward to seeing the development once the pads come on, who looks good then, because obviously a lot of people can look good, versus air and, in team drills with no pads, no contact, like Jameis Winston and, Deshaun Watson making some good throws here and there. But I want to see, once those pads come on, what happens from there. So definitely excited to see the next steps, the next signs here in Cleveland. Make sure you guys join the family. We'll be covering them for the rest of the season, and I'll see you guys in the next Browns update. Peace.